everyone. Welcome back. In the last session, the party traveled for quite a couple of days. They met with some travelers that needed some help with some strange creatures that couldn't be seen. And they enjoyed a lovely little performance from two competing clowns on the road on their way to the Keshak ruins. They had to leave the horses behind, unfortunately, as the road got too narrow to bring the wagon, but they have finally made their way to the ruins proper.
Right,
And-
before anything else happens, now that we're in the ruins proper, now I assume that we've been made aware of the kinds of dangerous enemies that can be in the ruins.
Yep.
Well, in that case, it might be best to pass unseen. I'm going to go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace on it. It's on the party.
Alright. So, everyone, remember to add +10 to your stealth. And I will be indeed asking you to roll stealth right now.
Okay.
Laura vanishes.
31. Oh my god.
Holy
Just
cow,
Jezebel
practically invisible.
vanishes.
Not needed.
Yes, it is. Now, as you have disappeared from the fabric of reality now.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna need you to roll a new character, Jezebel.
Right, so that'll be not a great roll, but 23.
Fair enough. Alright. Alright, so I have a bit of description to give. I'm gonna ask you guys to wait until I say I'm done before talking, alright?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Again, please wait until I say I'm done. So, passing into the ruins, Elnath slowly leads you towards where he mentioned that there is a library. You pass through glowing streets and dimly lit corridors. Someone's got their boopers on.
That's me, my bad.
You see and hear the echoes of various creatures and a rumbling as the ruins shake and shiver. And then you turn the corner and you see two creatures, one of them dead, the other currently eating the other. The dead creature is a winged lion-like creature with spines and quills poking out of every surface, with the body of a lion. The other creature has 3 heads, one a dragon, one a goat, and one a lion, with dragon-like wings and a dragon tail, goat back legs, lion front legs. It is. All 3 are currently munching on the creature in front of you.
Okay, so...
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Sorry.
You then hear the sounds of a third creature approaching, and you see the chimera turn and growl at the northern entrance as something none of you recognize appears. A mouth of teeth and tentacles.
What the heck is that?
You see it slither forward, and with a single slamming blow, kills the chimera, and then drags both of the bodies slowly northward. and fades out of sight. Now I'm done.
Sorry, I didn't get that out.
We need to avoid direct. So I think we should avoid. We need to avoid getting caught by anything in these ruins under any circumstances. Like
What
a
was
chimera, I
that?
think we could take. Whatever that thing was, I doubt it.
A chance to catch a chimera. Ugh. My hunt.
Jezebel, has anyone ever told you that you're completely insane?
Oh yes, plenty of times. Thank you.
I've been telling
I'm
her
going
that
to say
from the
it too. You're
start.
mad.
I've been telling her that from the start, Korak. She thinks she cares.
See, Foxy understands. But
Jezebel?
I will agree that thing that just took it, avoid.
The thing look.
If you try and tame a chimera while we're here, I'm leaving you to get eaten.
LA.
Yes, let's best avoid that larger one.
The thing looks like it could collapse the entire city if it wanted to.
Probably could.
Oh no, I can see it more as eat the entire city in one gulp. And I, for one, have things to do, so I don't want to be eaten. So,
I don't want to eat.
indeed, tread carefully.
Well, what do you guys want to do? You're in the library at the moment. The bookshelves lined in neatish rows, some of them fallen over, holes in the walls, the wind blowing through.
Like looking around, well, we're in a part of a city that can at least support They can support trees at least. That's good. I hear some parts of this place are literally just rubble, and that's where the really dangerous stuff lives.
Possible for me to use detect magic here.
You can do it at will, yes, but as you turn it on, you are blinded.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The entire
you're
place
right.
is magic.
I turn it off.
It takes about a
Oh,
minute for your eyesight to return.
It just blinks.
Well,
You're right there.
Yes.
guess we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way then, and I'm gonna see if this library has any kind of card catalog.
Alright, roll investigation. You can still hear the creature slithering up north.
Yeah, like I'm being very cautious right now, and that's actually I'm being cautious enough that it's actually like precluding my ability to search for anything.
Mm-hmm.
How about we go the opposite way of the creature first?
Agreed.
While it's eating its meal, with the big mouth that it had, it probably won't take very long. I say we do in a bit of a hurried pace.
So you will head east.
Clara uses at least all the cautions that everyone else is using.
Flora. No music.
She's being as cautious as everyone else. Her music is... She is not holding any instruments. They are in her pockets.
Good girl.
Anyone who wishes to investigate the shelves may do so. And in fact, Elnate will also roll a quick investigation check while you guys are passing.
Okay.
Because he's a
10.
nerd. That's intelligence.
12.
And a 19. So as you guys are passing the shelves, you see Elnate briefly lean over and snatch a book before stowing it away.
Is that's the one you needed?
I'll have to check later. This place is not a good place to check, but I think it might be one of the books we are looking for.
One.
Okay, can I actually read and eat any of these books? Like, can I understand the language, or?
What languages do you know?
Let me pull that up. I know Abyssal, Common, and Elvish.
I'd say you could read maybe a couple of them, but they're all in different languages.
Okay, so
And
I take it the ones I can read are in Abyssal.
yeah,
I'll
Yeah,
grab those.
probably nothing in Birdfolk or Orin, so
no.
because those are rare.
Cora is just going to grab a random book, attempting to follow Elnace's lead.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, Korax is just explicitly grabbing any ones that he can actually read.
So, do you guys go further into the tomes and investigate? Or also, Ryu, you find a tome but you can't read it, but it does have foxtails on it, so you grab it. Now,
All right.
How many of these books do you need?
well, all that could potentially reveal how to take care of, you know.
We're going to be here a while then.
I mean, I did empty my bags of holding just so I had plenty of room. I also the wagon might be full of books. It should be fine for a day, probably or two. But yes, I have room for the books. Don't you worry. I made sure that at least two of them are completely empty.
I'm not afraid of you not being able to stow them away. I'm afraid of us not finding all the time in that game.
Well, I've got. I can shape the shadows long enough to give us a couple of hours.
Can I just make a quick perception check just in case?
Go for it.
20.
Alright. You can see that the library actually continues eastward for quite a while before ending in some sort of open room filled with rubble. And the bookshelves in this section are relatively unscathed, some of them are a bit tattered and worn. The ones at the far end are completely dilapidated, and in fact, they don't even have the shelves. There's just rotting books on the ground.
Really just being on alert for danger.
As for the creature up north, nearly done. It is still slithering away. It hasn't noticed you.
It's going away from us. That's good.
Let's keep it that way.
Need to be very quiet.
And
keep searching.
What I would kill for a pair of binoculars right now, and just one more thing on the shopping list of equipment we really need when we get out of here.
So, do you guys go east or Cicada Road investigation? You find another book. Only this one is written. You don't understand the language, but you can somehow read it.
Which probably means it has something to do with you-know-who.
The title reads, "The One Who Will Eat the World."
Yeah, that's him. Okay, Korax is gonna.
None of you can read it. Only Cicada can.
Yeah, but I assume she's recounting this.
I'm just making sure that's clear.
The one.
Yeah. Korax is gonna head north a little bit.
Hold on, Becca, you're breaking up.
Yeah, I didn't
That was
really get
intentional.
anything you said.
That
Oh,
wasn't.
Okay,
Guys, one at a time. I'll get to you in a second, Korax. That was intentional that she broke up.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Okay. Korax, I'm going to
So-
need you to roll stealth.
Okay, I've still got pass without trace up, so there's
Yes,
that.
you do.
Let me just get back to stuff.
Screw it up. Don't screw it up.
Cutting into. Okay,
Oh.
that's 23. I've been rolling bad tonight.
You don't get advantage, you just get plus 10.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but
19?
9 plus 4. No, 9 plus. No, plus 4 because of cunning intuition.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that all equals out to 23.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a dragon mark bonuses. There's good as expertise in some ways.
Anyway.
Sometimes.
Anyway, you head further into the library.
Yeah.
And you see a book. Roll me investigation or perception.
I am slightly better at perception, so perception is what I shall roll.
Gloria, you may
turn
roll
up.
as well. And anyone else who wants to continue investigating. However,
19.
every time you go a shelf down, you will need to roll a stealth. Just because you're getting closer to the beast.
Stay within 30 feet of me, then.
So, Thorax, your eyes are drawn to a book that's actually in Elvish.
Huh.
And it has a picture of a woman with long golden hair.
That sounds like most of the women in my family. Does she look familiar at all?
Roll a history check for me.
Yeah, this place was not an elven city as far as Korax knows.
She looks vaguely familiar, but you're not sure.
Then, well, I'll grab that and peruse it later.
Flora, you find a book on the instruments of the world.
Yay!
It's a book detailing, like, you know, the various legendary magical instruments. So, yeah, you have advantage on, you know, once you read it, you have advantage on knowing basically what any type of magical instrument is. Once you read it. So, more time passes.
While you guys are continuing to search through the books, I'm actually going to cast a ritual spell.
Go for it. Everyone else?
Waiting for you to do that.
Everyone else, you may roll investigation.
Okay, so. Okay, so that one's run. Okay, so I take it like my search here is run dry.
You've picked out most books that you can see. Like, I'm not going to go over all of the books that you could get, but you're getting quite a bit, and you know Elnath is taking them and putting them in his bag of holding. Or you can add them to your inventory if you want to look at them later.
I do want to look at them later, but I'll let Elnath hold on to them for now. You just make a note of everything, please.
I'm adding the two I grabbed to my inventory for the time being.
Well, right now I'm making a list of them right now, though.
Okay.
Okay,
Here, let me make a handout for you guys so you can keep track. Books can be edited by all players, and I can have this as the picture because I just like you guys.
Anyway, okay. In that case, I'm going to move cautiously to the next row of books.
Okay. Here you go. Here's a document where you can make a list of the books.
A reminder not to get cocky, right? Okay, so I take it I need another stealth check?
Yep, and then an investigation. Ryu,
Oh,
You managed to
Okay,
actually lose a book,
okay, 24.
but don't worry. Elnath found it. It's just he put it away, and you didn't realize he'd put it away, so you think you lost it.
Yeah. So perception or investigation, you said?
Yes.
Okay, perception 10.
You look through the books, but you don't see anything of interest.
Like, I mean, I'm sticking to the stuff I can read, so like I'm just grabbing anything I can read, basically.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like. Okay.
Cicada,
Well-
you finished casting the ritual spell.
Alright.
I'm not getting closer. I want to see the rest of this place.
Roll investigation or perception if you wish.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Okay. I'm going to continue my investigation then.
Investigation.
I'm not sure if being able to comprehend languages would give me advantage or not.
So, I will mention this. Elnath is, of course, investigating as well. It's just I'm not rolling for him. Just because,
Okay.
just to keep things moving. I'll say you have advantage just because you have done something to allow you to read more of the books.
Okay.
Cicada, you find a book that appears to be titled something about the fluffiest fox. It appears to be a children's book.
I open up to a random page.
The fluffiest fox was happy and dandy, happy and hopping and all full of candy.
She puts it away. What's everybody else trying to find?
Remember to roll stealth when you go one closer. Okay,
I want to take a.
you're not
Oh
within
god,
30
that
feet.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that book falls to the ground.
Everyone, you all freeze in place as there's a hard
But
the sound echoes and it all goes silent for a moment.
Hand slowly inching towards my sword.
Are you crazy?
I hope I don't have to draw it.
Roll perception.
5. I'm rolling like shit tonight.
Cicada and Ryu, you see a slithering creature, one of the dragon heads attached to it, slowly turn in the direction of the sound. And it's going to roll perception. Let's see.
oh god.
That will be wisdom. Okay. You see the head give a sniff, and then a soft growl echoes, and it turns and continues munching on the corpses.
Too close. I'm probably not going any closer than that. Mm.
You are all safe for the moment.
Alright, 10 seconds pass, and I'm going to slowly walk away.
Chlora's going to look for more books. I
And-
request permission to critically fail an investigation check
What?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
for the sake of fun.
No.
Just
Oh, God.
investigation, not like stealth.
Oh. Okay.
So like picking a really random book.
Okay, you pick up a random book and you put it in your bag. You have no idea what it is.
I'm gonna. How daring am I willing to be? Yes.
Real stealth.
Oh.
Alright, that's
Really?
a nat 1.
It's still an 18.
I don't think that matters.
4 nat 1s and a nat 20. I mean, the 4s don't count, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. You trip and tumble into a pile of grass, preventing the sound from traveling.
All right.
You.
Now, that nat 20 on the other side is fucking toning me. So anyway, now that I'm here, what's in this bookshelf?
Roll an investigation.
13.
You find a book that says Kitsune and their various alchemical uses.
Ew.
Right. Right. Gonna stick that in my bag to and to and to him later. No. Only 2 more. God, how greedy do I want to get?
You're gonna tempt fate.
I'm gonna be honest. If that nat 1 and didn't attract the monster, nothing will. I'm gonna keep going.
Takeda almost dropped the book and it made it look.
Takeda cannot bend the shadows to her will.
You are gonna jinx yourself so bad, my friend.
34.
Roll your investigation.
20.
I mean, while he's doing that, I'm gonna like take a gander down the east hallway this way real quick.
Yeah, Cicada, well, it's well.
Alright, you two can roll perception, and I've already described what's down that way. But
Yeah.
for Korax, you find a book that I'll write this down for you.
Interesting.
There you go.
What's it written in? What language?
Abyssal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Abyssal.
Okay. One more.
So if I recall correctly, you said we can roll investigation or perception on the bookshelves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm rolling perception since that's a
28.
different stat.
Yeah, and she rolled a nat
Let's
20.
roll.
Okay. You find another book relating to Kitsune. And Korax, you find a couple of other books that you can read, but You don't really
Well-
find any that stick out to you.
Oh no, that's my stealth roll.
Ah,
My-
roll investigation.
or perception, natural 20.
Okay. Oh. Your god is the protector god, right? Gold scale? No, it's
That's-
platinum dragon. Ryu is
Yeah.
gold scale.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Alexander
find
the Gold.
you find a book that says The Cult of the Platinum Dragon. As for you, as for the rest of you, Cicada, no, Chlora,
Mm-hmm.
as I mentioned, you found a book on Kitsune, and a quick leaf through it reveals it's another book that details how to properly, air quotes, prepare Kitsune, and how to ensure that they maintain their generational efficiency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking eugenics book.
Anywho, moving away from that subject, you all, Chlora and Cicada and Jezebel, you both see, like I said, the dilapidated books on the ground, molding away, and the piles of rubble.
But no monsters.
Well, not from this angle. There are walls in the way.
Huh.
You would
Still
have to
gonna-
get closer, and that would mean splitting the party.
Oh god.
Let's be honest. I already split the party when I went down here.
And it's not me this time. You're welcome.
So, Corax, what do you do now?
I've basically gotten through this whole part of the library, right?
Yep.
I'm a little bit curious about what's over here, but I'm gonna report back to the others first because I'm not a blithering idiot.
Alright. So you all rejoin, and you all head east.
Yep.
Well, there's two
Yeah.
passages that there seems to be two passages that at east. I'd like to explore them both at some point.
Alright. So you head east. I'm gonna need you all to roll one more stealth check. You have passed without a trace, so plus 10.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, they both lead to the same place.
23.
Alright.
30.
Yeah, okay. So, you all have a passive perception beyond 8. So, you are all
Yep.
able to see the 3 manticore cowering in a corner, watching that passage right there.
Oh.
The place is
What's this
filled
thing
with
over here?
books, and I'm getting to it. The place is filled with rubble and books all strewn along the dimly glowing floor, and a single bookshelf that is still standing but looks to be on its last legs.
Ooh.
If I may, comprehend languages is simply a ritual spell, so I can cast invisibility on myself, no problem. Or to somebody else who's better with stealth. But I'm the only one who can comprehend languages.
Ew, but if
Anything
one of
here in
us,
Abyssal?
Comprehend languages.
but if you find any books that seem interesting, we can bring it over to Cicada. All the while, Jezebel's kind of like looking back and forth from the Manticore back to the group, to the Manticore back to the group. Her eyes are shifting back and forth.
No.
What do you guys want to do?
Alright, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and go in.
Alright. You have advantage on the
Oh,
stealth.
wait. Oh, wait. All of my spells are always at the highest level, so I can cast it on 2 people at once.
I'll go in with you. That way we can maintain
Uh,
the pass without a trace together.
Alright. You both
Right,
have
so-
advantage on stealth and plus 10. So yeah, you're able to get to the shelf fine.
Yeah.
So yeah. The shelf, if you want to roll investigation, awaits you. There's a couple of books on there. Most of them look to be very old and starting to crumble apart. Okay.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh, man.
Oh
Right.
man, oh man, oh man.
Corex is just finding all the things.
Hey, it balances out my really low rolls at the start of the session.
Yeah.
You find a book that has the title, and only Cicada can read this because of comprehend languages. But the title reads, and I'll write this down for you: Steel Dragons and their unique uses.
See now what the kind of place Keshak was.
Yeah, I'm just relaying this information via telepathy.
Some say, and some say it was struck down by the gods. It's easy to see why. Looking at all these books.
Isabel actually looks away from Mendicors at what Cicada said about the book.
Well,
You guys are
Well, you
still
didn't-
away. You can't hear them.
yeah, you
She
can't
said
hear
she
me.
did oh,
You're too far away.
I mean, unless they're not whispering, in which case we're going to need another stealth check.
no, because I heard her say telepathy. That's why. So I thought maybe we heard her, but she's too far. So never mind.
I'm pretty sure
My
that's only
telepathy-
30 feet.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's my
Sorry.
bad. I didn't know.
Anywho, that's fine. So, you guys found that book. What do you do now? Head
There's
back?
nothing else here.
There's a couple of books, but I mean, there's
Just grab everything.
okay.
If there's only a few intact books, then just grab all of them.
Yeah. All right. You grab all of the books and you rejoin the others.
Yeah.
I'm just putting them away in my bag of holding.
What I wouldn't give for a pair of binoculars right now.
Yeah.
I just want to look down that. I really want to know what's down that passage.
So, you have the books and you've finished checking the library. The sun is, by this point, it's starting to get lower. It was a bit of a walk to get here, understandably. So it's about, I'd say, a little after midday now, since you did spend a lot of time investigating the books. I'd say maybe mark off 2 or 3 uses of Pass Without a Trace, Corax? That sound fair?
Mark off my other use. Sure.
Just
I
to
only-
say
I
it's
only-
been like 2 or 3 hours, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
And,
my
if it's one moment.
I'm just asking.
Pass without trace lasts 1 hour per use.
Yeah, that's why I
and I
said
only
2 or
get-
3.
Okay, and well, if it's been 2 or 3 hours, then I'm all out of pass without a trace.
Fair enough.
And that was probably a good chance to say bye-bye.
Yeah, so basically by this point most of your stuff to stay hidden is starting to wear out, shall we say?
can
Like
still
it's right at the cusp of fading away. You've got maybe 5 minutes left, let's say.
Like the shadows, like the way the way the like basically like when he uses it, like just like all the light around you on him kind of dims and like diffuses, and that's kind of starting to wear off at this point.
Oh,
I'd
nice.
say we've overstayed our welcome.
Elnath,
As much as I'm tempted to know what's down that passage, but I agree.
Elnath will give a nod and then say, "Let's head back to the wagon. It's not a good idea to leave the horses unattended for too long."
Especially not around here.
Read.
So you will head out of the ruins?
Yep.
I look sadly at the manticores and walk away.
As you will head out,
They'll murder you as soon as they look at you, Jezebel.
Have I murdered them first?
guys, please. As you all head out and head past the library, you hear a brief roar in the background, abruptly cut off and silenced. But you successfully make it out and back to the wagon. Let me just add the mood lighting. Because it's now roughly around daybreak.
I almost feel
Laura
bad.
is
Those poor
curled up in a
deers.
ball and letting her panic out.
I almost feel bad. Those poor manticores are definitely going to be eaten.
Better them than us.
True. Such a waste.
I'm just going to put all the books that I have in my bag of holding out in just one big
I will also lay out all the books I retrieved.
just one big bibliopile before going over to the horses and
Yeah.
feeding them.
Like, okay, yeah, I've got. Okay, let's see. What I've got is 2 books in Abyssal that Lola hasn't told me what the topics were. That one Elven book, which I want to look into more myself. A book on Kitsune, which I hand over to Elnath. Cult of the Ancient One, which we're gonna have, which I'll put in the miscellaneous pile for now. And Cult of the Platinum Dragon, which an amusing archaeological find, but probably not super important to our exact mission.
Could you guys add them to the books section? Because you guys were investigating a lot. It was a little hard to keep track of them all.
Right.
Keep in mind we should probably only have one person editing the handout at a time.
Yeah, just
I'm editing it right now.
you can write them in the you can write them in the comment in the talking part if you want, and then Corax can just add them in since he's the one editing.
I already edited the one in that I had.
You guys were rolling so well in there.
Yeah, we were. We caught a break. Woo!
I mean, not
We
with
really
the
didn't
not
want
the
to get caught.
not with the stealth, but with the investigations. You guys found a lot of books.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what allowed us to get through this pretty easily, is the fact that, because we had Corax with Pass Without a Trace, and then majority of us that were rolling decently well. It was just finding all those books.
No.
All right. Any other books you guys found?
One moment.
Clara is still trying to figure out why this book is called Another Book About Kitsune.
I'm sure it actually has a proper title. It's just
Thinking of book titles is a bit hard on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just for fun, it literally has that as the title. If you're okay with that, it is.
No, I'd probably give it a proper title.
Eventually.
Okay, what did everyone else have?
In the chat.
Okay, I'm remembering. Okay, some random book. Yeah, I have no idea what that might be.
I think that was her first roll.
As for Clara's books, there's Legendary Instruments of the World,
Yeah, I've got it all written down.
Unknown book that they can't read, and then there's the book about. There is no crit book that is literally the random book. They just picked it up.
The crit failed investigation is the book that she critically failed an investigation check and grabbed.
Mm.
That's why it's called that.
Yes.
Alright.
And that's the random book.
Oh. Didn't you
Okay.
grab a book before then?
No, you wanted to crit fail, so I said you grabbed a random book.
Okay.
Anyway, that looks like everything. Yeah, okay.
Actually, I've been keeping track on my inventory. I have 4 books.
No, you have 3. You put down the random book twice. The
Yeah.
crit fail investigation was the random book, Laura.
Yeah, it was.
Which I found after getting the Legendary Instruments book, and I found a book before then. Back when everyone did their first investigation checks.
Well, I don't know what you found. I think it was a
Apparently no one does either.
You dropped it or something. Anyway,
I was the one who dropped a book.
anywho, you all lay out and lay down the books that you found and gathered.
Alright. If I may, before we continue, one more ritual spell. Okay, continue.
What would you like to open first?
I'm gonna open up the book with the elven woman because I'm curious about that one.
Clara is stress reading Legendary Instruments of the World.
Okay. Corax? The book on the elven woman appears to be a telling of an elven family with very potent magic in their blood, and how, when used for rituals, it has an increased likelihood of succeeding on the ritual in relation to blood sacrifices.
Interesting. Lines up pretty well with what I already know about my family.
And at roughly around the middle of the book, it details how it's prophesied that every couple generations, one with even greater magical potency is born, and if their blood is used, a ritual will 100% succeed.
That's okay. Now the author's just making stuff up. Oh, it's like he doesn't even know how a dragon mark works.
Do you roll sleight of hand, Jezebel? Oh, they said be right back. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Who wants to go next?
Everybody else can go next. I'm still ritualing. Hello?
Alright,
Ryu,
go on. Ryu,
yeah?
you were going to say something?
Ryu would be looking into one of the Kitsune books.
Yeah. There's you got a couple of books. You can't read them yourself, but with Elnate's help, you're able to determine that the books are exactly what you guys were looking for, and that they're mostly about Kitsune's magical powers and how to best prepare them and how to best use their abilities. And other dubious and morally questionable stuff.
Time to burn it.
Yeah, Ryu turns away. Ryu turns away, feeling sick.
Alright, as for you, Jezebel, you said you're taking the Steel Dragon book. What are you doing?
Yep.
Are you sleight of handing it or just grabbing it?
I'm just grabbing it. I mean, we're all just randomly grabbing the books, right?
Alright, are you reading it or putting it away?
No, I'm reading it.
It details various methods on how to determine if a person is a steel dragon, how to how to convince them to reveal their true form, and how to ensnare them and trap them so you can use their magic through the many thousand cycles that they tend to have.
Ooh, it's a poacher's book.
Jezebel just hums as she looks thoughtful. Then she's gonna close the book and then put it in her bag. I'm gonna keep this.
Alright, so who's next?
That's about everybody, so I guess I'm next.
Alright,
I'm gonna look at some of the books that were previously unknown or unable to read.
okay, so you mean the Abyssal books?
There's the Abyssal books, as well as that another unknown book.
Alright, so the online book that Clara picked up is 25 recipes on how to make the best meatloaf. And what to
Meatloaf
do if it
recipes.
comes to life.
Okay,
I'll write it down for you.
so I wrote it down already.
Sounds like a book that Clara's mother might like.
But it's an
But Clara is
Abyssal.
busy stress reading.
Alright. The Abyssal books are... I believe one of them was on... I know I described one of them. Oh yeah, there was the cult books. Oh wait,
Yeah.
they're written down. The first Abyssal book is actually a dictionary, roughly explaining how to speak the ancient language of the Keshak for someone who is an Abyssal speaker. It's an Abyssal to Keshak translator.
Okay. Dictionary on Keshak language in Abyssal.
The second Abyssal book is some sort of poetry book.
Okay.
Didn't think demons liked poetry.
Oh, hollowed holes for the reed will sometimes cover and encompass that word, and for the blood of the innocents we shall word. Like some words are just simply untranslatable. Ineligible.
Right.
Il-
The poetry in Abyssal. Okay.
Yes. And that's the two Abyssal books. The Kitsune books have been burned, I believe.
Yep.
And
I'm sure Ryu and Elnath wouldn't waste any time.
alright. So I believe that's the books all titled.
Yeah. Most of them, yeah. And I'm just going to be reading the one that I found, the one that will eat the world.
It details the history of a giant creature that swallows worlds whole, and how its approach is followed by an invasion of undead and a sun turning black. First will come the sun to rend the world in black. Then will come the undead to make the ground bleed. Then fire will rain from the sky as it turns to ash. And all life is consumed.
Welp. Yep. Harbinger of the apocalypse right here.
When we're done with this adventure of ours, as I think, as I think we should head to my home in the Belfield Dominion. And the capital has one of the best libraries in the world, and we have some research to do.
You think they'll have something on? He'll have something on how we can stop Atropus.
Well, well, the historians know of it at the very least, which means presumably they know they know how it was driven off last time. It was seen.
Did Cicada tell us about the orb thing?
Yes.
The orb thing? Oh, that.
Yeah, you guys know where to go for the orb.
Yeah, I did.
Should we go to the forest next to see if we can take care of that orb thing, or is that not what you guys are planning on doing?
We still need to wait until the Black Sun to find it.
Does it have to be during the Black Sun?
Yes.
Okay.
But I want to see the circus.
Yes, the circus.
Please?
Can we go to the circus?
Can I go to the circus?
Circus?
Circus? Circus?
What do you
What do
guys?
you think? What do you think, Corax?
I hate circuses.
He's like, Cicada's been having a really...
But I also know that Chloro won't sit still until we go. So sure.
Hooray!
Yeah!
I will try and contain the urge to kill every clown I see.
I hate clowns.
Can't say I'm fond of them either, but I mean,
I
it gives
saw,
some entertainment.
I saw that one and play as a child. I was traumatized.
Well,
Never...
what do you guys want to do now?
We're going to a circus after we sleep, right?
Yeah.
Do you assign a watch for the night?
Me.
Alright.
Okay.
Roll me 3 perception checks then.
Alright. 1. 15, and the 2, 9, and the 3, natural 20.
Alright. Time passes, slowly but surely. and then morning dawns. The sounds through the nights were dangerous and scary, but it appears nothing traveled outside of the ruins. So,
Alright then.
you all begin to travel on?
To the circus!
Dabbleweed!
Alright. So, it's a 4-day journey. And I need to update a certain item. So, 10 days you traveled. And then 4 to Applebead. Bringing you up to 14 days. Okay,
Half a month.
so you all head on your way. You have to go a little bit of a roundabout route because of the ruins and the rocky terrain, but you do eventually make it to the crossroad and to the city proper. This close to another city, the place is fairly bustling. There's quite a lot of people smiling and happy, and it's just not a town, but not a city either. It's one of those in between places. It's got a fairly decent size. There's buildings and all that sort of stuff. There's an inn for you guys. And there's excitement about the coming circus that will be performing in just a day. You made it just in time.
Oh man.
How convenient.
Whoa!
Circus.
I don't suppose the inn's all full and we're not going to be able to stay in town.
Oh no, conveniently there's just one room left. With just enough
Wonderful.
beds for you guys.
How
I'm
convenient.
gonna roll insight. I'm desperate to find anything suspicious in this. Korax is.
Yeah, something is very off.
Of course there's off. There's clowns and I'm not allowed to kill them.
I mean, not yet. Of course, they do something,
thing
then of
is-
course there's.
Cicada only wants to see the circus because she desperately needs a distraction.
Regardless, the town is open. There's a small little general store. Nothing big, so there's not really any magic or, there's a small alchemical little herbalist shop, but it's not really selling potions or anything. It's just, small herbal remedies.
Any carnival stalls for food?
There's a couple of stalls, but it's mostly just prepping for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Question: we grabbed a ton of books from the library, right? Like the ones we went over were just the ones that mattered.
Yeah.
I wonder
guys-
if we could sell any of those.
Elnath would sort of snatch the books from you and give a hiss.
All right.
Even
We do not sell books. We take them and we read them, and then we add them to the collection.
besides,
Okay.
who would
Library.
Are we going to get paid for that one trip? Because I can't just keep doing work for free.
Elnate begins to sweat.
Eh,
Oh, right.
Korax narrows his eyes.
Of course you were getting paid. I'll just, I'll be in my room trying to find where my wallet is, shall I? And then he hurries up to the room.
Insight.
Far as you can tell, Elnath is being honest.
Narrows eyes.
Suspicious.
So, you have the day to yourselves in the town. It's quiet and
Well,
peaceful. Full of
I
tieflings.
was going to buy a bunch of equipment, but I probably don't have enough money for all this, so
Full of, you know. It's honestly, Jezebel, you're feeling pretty at home here with the, large amount of tieflings in the area.
Korax, what kind of stuff do you need?
just tools for this kind of field work. Also, a pair of binoculars. I found myself really regretting not having those in the ruins.
Do you have like
May
a
be able
little
to help
list?
you.
It's, as a matter of fact, I do.
But,
Hmm.
a pair of binoculars would probably cost about $1 simply because they're a rather specialized item.
Oh, actually, I probably can afford all this stuff then. In that case, I'm gonna go shopping. I'll paste the list down below.
Gotcha.
Gonna take a look
Well.
around.
Try not to stray too far, dears. As much as I do love being among my kind, I know exactly what we're capable of.
Clara looks at her. She's like, "Are you saying that someone would target my beautiful locks?"
Not just your locks, dear, your whole fur.
I'm going to assume you know the cost of those, Korak, so I'll let you subtract the amount.
Well, I mean, you said binoculars cost $1, so I know that. Apart from that, I don't really know.
Alright, I would have to look up caltrops, but I know they're, I believe they're a little expensive. Not extremely, but I believe they're on the higher end of mundane.
Right. And what about all the other stuff?
I'd have to look it up. I'll leave it with me
Okay.
for later.
All right. So I'll subtract the gold and add the binoculars right away.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Clara is going to assist you with your shopping because she wants to be nice and she probably wants you to remember that she bought you stuff.
I bought me stuff, Clara.
That description was running under the estimation that you didn't have the money to buy anything.
No. No, it turns out, no, I did have it. It ended up being, like, like... as per
Korax
the
wasn't
DM, it ended up
expecting
being-
the binoculars to be a gold.
Yeah. I was expecting something more along the lines of, like, 25 gold or something.
A gold is a lot of money for a small town. Like,
Yeah.
a gold would feed a
Oh, yeah,
family
but-
for...
Oh yeah, but like that kind of like the specialized glass blow owing to make those kinds of lenses was like really expensive in medieval times. So
Well, if you want me to increase it to 5 gold or 10 gold, I can.
no need.
Don't push
This
it.
point is like I think we're very much
in a lot of cases, we're both very much guesstimating at the economy here.
Anyway, the town.
I guess.
Go on.
Yeah, I guess that just leaves me, Cicada, Jezebel, and Ryu.
I guess Chlora may not have gone with Korax if Korax had the funds.
Yeah.
So
That's
she'll
up
go
to
with
you
the
if
rest
you
of the
went with Korak or not.
party. She's gonna stay with the rest of the party then.
Okay.
So, the town is quite cheerful and happy. You can see the tieflings going about their day, some playing instruments, some telling stories. You see the occasional human, maybe a goblin or a gnome in places. What do you do with your day?
Yeah, just renting a room at the inn and just exploring the town.
I'm gonna be exploring as well. Staying close to Cicada's side.
Chlora is totally not in the tavern playing music. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, bye, Clara.
Tieflings are known party animals, so you actually make quite a bit. You make 5 gold from that.
Oh man.
The night falls, and with it, you all head to the room. You open the door to find it's actually slightly blocked by dozens of books and tomes as Elnath continues to rifle through his stuff for where his purse is. Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I'm going to find it. I know it's in here somewhere.
Find?
Oh, well, yes. I mean, you all did help me with the ruins, and you are helping me with this venture, so I should pay you for your troubles, yes?
We're being paid?
I mean,
your friend Korax was quite valid in his disgruntlement over not being paid for your help and services. I assure you, I will. I know it's in here somewhere. I will find it.
Your time.
I mean, far be it from me to not take a generous gift if you want to.
You don't really owe me anything for you really don't owe me anything for my help. Great grandfather, you of all people should know this is very personal for me.
Oh yes. Aha! And he pulls out a bright pink bag. I found it. Yes. Let me just 1, 2. That's 5. Oh yes. All right. Here you all are. Your payment. And he just closes the pink bag and just hands it to Korax.
Isn't that a bit conspicuous for a money pouch?
I'm just good. Okay, how much did he actually give us?
There is 100 gold in there. Yeah, I think 100 splits evenly.
Shiny.
Yeah, it's 20 gold.
Yeah.
For each of us.
Elnath would begin to start packing things away again, and he says, well, I mean, I don't really get it out that often, so it's not really conspicuous. Most of the time it's in a bag of holding. This one goes in this one, and, that one's that one.
Is he stacking bags of holding?
Not bags of holding, he's putting his stuff back in the bags of holding because he had to take everything out to find his wallet.
Okay, the way you were saying that made it sound like he was putting a bag inside a bag inside a bag inside a bag.
Anyway,
I help him. I help him organize stuff and put them away before going to bed.
well, thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Clara is going to try to help, but she's probably not going to be much help.
Well, you guys are paying for the inn room for the future, right? You guys are paying for the inn room tonight, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good, good.
Does Clara cover it? Or does it only cover her portion?
You all got
Figure
one
eight.
singular room with multiple beds, so probably cost you about yeah, I'd say maybe 5 gold, just because it's a decent room. You know, plenty of space.
In total.
Yeah, in total.
Does
That-
her popular
that's
demand
one-
cover any fraction of that?
Yes, it covers your portion.
Eh.
So, you're offered meals for the night, and you know, they're all about 5 silver each. Notably, Elnath doesn't order any food.
Are you going to have the food?
Oh, well, I would if I had money.
Was that all your
I
money?
have money.
Well, I did say it was my wallet, didn't I?
I'll be happy to pay. I'll be happy to pay it for you, great grandfather.
You're my grandson. I'm not going to take handouts. I'm sure I can find some place in this city that has use of a rather competent wizard. I do know a lot of mending.
Unacceptable. She just hands him 5 gold.
No. He polymorphs into a little bird, so you can't hand him the gold.
I don't think we're gonna be able to talk him out of this one, Cicada.
He sits on your head.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a smug waggle to his body as he sits down.
Eh.
So, the morning comes, and with it, Elnath is naturally back in his elf form. Because, I mean, that only lasts like an hour.
Yeah.
He heads out early, saying he's going to look for work, leaving you all to get ready for the circus.
Circus.
Clara is playing music in the inn. Something about I can't wait for the circus.
Yeah, circus! The tieflings
Oh
all
boy.
cheer.
Yay.
The crowd is quickly gathering as people hand in their tokens and flags. As you approach the circus, you see festivities and little stands all gathered around it. And you see that the circus is actually split into two distinct tents. One with a clown happy face and one with a clown sad face.
Classic theater symbol. Okay.
You did get 2 separate tickets, one for each circus.
Yep. Which one are we going to pick? Is the question.
Do you pick the...
I checked the schedule. Is it possible to attend both?
Nope. You gotta choose between the juggling clown and... What was the other performance again? Oh yeah, trapeze. The trapeze clown ticket.
Cicada is more interested in the trapeze.
I am too.
So you're all going to go for the trapeze?
Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
Alright. You all enter the tent and take your seats.
Ryu breathes a sigh of relief.
No clowns today.
So, I just had an idea. Is it possible for Clara to like summon her double and let her alternate universe self attend the other one? Or are they too far apart?
Let me think.
Also, would her universe double be willing to do that?
I think a more important question in that regard is will do we share the memories of our memories with our fractured selves?
No, but she'd be able to relay what happened. And no, they're not close enough for that. Sorry.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, that's not happening.
You
But
want-
having it described to you isn't the same as experiencing it.
Anyway,
yourself.
you all sit down and quietly settle into your seats. You see people going around, you know, they've asked if you'll hand in weapons if you have them, but they're not forcing you to. They're just saying, hey, can we have your weapons? It's just safety. And those that didn't accept the no weapons have been given a separate section of the tent. So the people who didn't have weapons are all seated in a area away from the people with weapons for safety reasons.
I currently don't even have any weapons on my person. No visible weapons.
Of
Except
course,
for
if
my
you wanted to
walking
sit
stick.
together, you'd be allowed to. But if one of you decides to keep your weapons, then you're all sitting in the weapons side. Otherwise, you're sitting in the non-weapon side. What do you guys choose?
I'm holding onto my weapon. Weapons. I'm letting a clown look after my sword.
All right.
So,
So you all settle
Okay.
into the section filled with other people with, you know, just casual weapons. There's a baker with just a knife. You know, most of them are tieflings, so they all seem to be from out of town from what you gather.
Hmm.
In fact, roll perception for me, guys.
Okay.
As
I
the
shall
entrance and the curtain that mark the entrance is closed to block the last of the light that was coming from outside.
Cicada is too excited to notice much.
So, just had a thought. Do these tieflings, are they distinctly different tieflings, or is it possible that they are multiples of a same?
They are all different tieflings, but you do
Okay, just had
indeed
to check.
notice that other than your party, the rest, and except for maybe one or two people who are clearly with one of the tieflings in the crowd, the rest are all tieflings.
Okay then.
Alright. Sorry, had to sneeze there. So, with the curtains closed, the tent falls into darkness, and lights are lit up, pointing upwards towards a large beam hanging in the middle of the tent. A net is quietly brought out and placed down, a safety net as you will, and then the familiar figure of the clown steps out and speaks into an ordinary microphone, you know, the ones without the speaker, but they just, you know, project the voice better. It's a cone, basically.
Okay.
Come one and come all. See the show of a lifetime, the legendary trapeze act that you're all going to love. You know it, I know it. Let's welcome another lovely actor, the Lady Velvet. There's a puff of smoke, and you see a woman, another tiefling, appear on the tightrope and look confused for a moment as she then stares down and goes, hello? What am I... She's cut off as the announcer speaks. Behold! Our illustrious actor, doing their normal act, pretending they aren't aware, but they are. They must balance their way from hell to heaven with the freedom and without balance. You see the tiefling look around nervously and then slowly begin to inch out onto the rope as she says, "Oh God, I don't want to die."
Can I just make a quick insight?
Yeah, same. Because we're not blithering idiots. We actually see what's going on in front of us.
So you all are able to see that there is a net underneath, so if she falls, she wouldn't actually get hurt. However, from the fear in her, I said they set up the net.
She did.
So, however, in her eyes, there is a pure and genuine fear as she slowly inches her way across with very nervous tentativeness.
Well, of course she's scared. She got kidnapped and forced to perform by crazy circus people.
And then she slips, and there's a scream as she falls, and then as she hits the net, she vanishes in a puff of smoke. Oh, it seems our lovely friend has gone and vanished on us. Let's bring in our next performer. Lovely and wonderful Jezebel.
Oh my God.
What?
Jezebel vanishes
What?
beside you.
How did they even know her name?
Jezebel.
We gave them our. We told those clowns our name. You told those clowns our names, didn't you?
Guys. Jezebel. You appear suddenly above a large mountain on a cliff with a bright light that across the way that has exit written on it on a small wooden sign. And in front of you is a long pole. Behind you there's no exit. And you hear a voice echo out as you look down at the lava below the pole. Cross or die is what Jezebel hears. The rest of you see your lovely, lovely second guest as they make their way across the tightrope. Jezebel, what do you do?
How far away is
First, first I look really confused for a second. Then after I hear the voice, my eyes narrow and I look very annoyed.
Do you make your way across the tightrope?
I'm gonna look down at the rope. Do I see anything interesting down the rope, or did I just see the rope net? Sorry, rope net.
You see, again, from your view, you are on the edge of a cliff with no way to get down except the rope that leads towards the exit sign. And below the cliff is just lava. In fact, you can feel the heat.
Oh. That looks very real.
It does. And for all intents and purposes, you believe it to be real.
So I think I'm gonna be a butt about this. Just see what happens. I tap my foot, looking thoughtful, and I go, and then I'm gonna plop my butt on the floor, and I'm gonna sit there with my arms crossed over my chest. I think I'll just sit here.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
you all see Jezebel looking down nervously, and then she tries to sit down, only to slip and fall. Jezebel, you try to sit down, and the cliff underneath you actually was a lot narrower than you thought, and you end up toppling. You can roll a dex save to save yourself, or you can fall into the lava.
Yeah, cross or die. That's what they said.
I also want to see if I actually will die though too, because there's part of me that wonders if this is. I think it's real. What do I want to
Again.
do? What do I want to do?
For all intents and purposes, your character believes it to be real.
All right, then I'm gonna roll dexterity. You said save or just straight dexterity?
Save. You manage to catch yourself, and you pull yourself back up as you see that the platform you're on is rapidly starting to crumble away. Everyone else, you hear the announcer go, "Well, it seems our next guest is a little nervous. Let's take away the platform, shall we? She'll either cross or she'll fall. She'll either cross or she'll fall." And you see that a little monkey has rolled out on one of those one-wheel bikes and is gone over to the little tower and is winding a small lever, which is slowly causing the platform to dip further and further downwards.
Question. How far away is Jezebel right now?
She is like 30 feet up in the air above you guys.
That I can actually communicate with
35
her.
feet,
with
maybe.
telepathy.
35 feet
Okay.
then, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, Jezebel, what do you do?
I look even more annoyed because apparently somebody wants me to cross, even though I don't want to. But I guess I have a choice, so I'm just going to try and make my way across the pole, I guess. While
All right.
I'm mumbling, whoever put me up here, I'm going to kill them later.
Dexterity save. Just to see if you manage to cross. Okay.
Oop.
10.
You balance carefully, sweating as you can feel the heat of the lava below you, bubbling and splashing. You try to keep balance, but the rope begins to wave more and more as you get closer to the very middle. And then you slip, and you fall. You feel the heat getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and then you're sitting back in your seat, unharmed.
Jezebel. Are you okay?
Oh, it looks like our next guest unfortunately failed. Perhaps we should bring in some experts and show them how the experts do it, shall we? And
I'm sitting in my seat, and then I just look real and I goes, okay, I think I hate circuses now too.
Okay, so they didn't send you up somewhere. That's
Well, they sent me somewhere. It was either a very good illusion, or this place is more than it seems.
so, we can hear breathing into a mic. So, you all watch as the show continues, with this time someone who looks like they've done this for quite a bit and know what they're doing comes on and casually walks along the tightrope, easily doing so. And in fact, the next thing they do is they remove the net and show them walking right back across it. And that concludes our tightrope act, my friends. Next up is our clown performance. Yeah! And so the festivities continue, almost oddly plain in their simplicity. The clowns perform acts of revelry and comedy. Pies are thrown at other clowns. And the crowd starts to calm down and cheer as they begin to see that, yeah, it was all an act, that there was no one in real danger, right?
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 Mm.
But it would have been funny if Cicada was the one who was picked because she has her own safety net.
So,
Jezebel's tapping her foot.
the show slowly winds to a close, and a brief burst of sparkles echoes out as the voice says, Now, I know the show goes on for 2 days. I know you can always come to the other circus tomorrow, but why not come to ours again, see our wonderful show? I assure you it will be even better tomorrow. So yes, come to our show. And, you know what? We'll be giving free tickets at the exit if you wish to see our show tomorrow. And, yes, I... Come to our show, don't go to our neighbors. Goodbye, everyone. The crowd claps and cheers, and people rise and begin to leave.
Okay then.
Is this circuit competing with the other?
I think so.
Why do you
I
sound so
thought-
surprised? They were doing that whenever they gave us these tickets in the first place.
Out of curiosity, how does my insight go with that? I was trying to determine if they were lying about the tomorrow being better.
As far as you can tell, they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go to both, but they said that the one tomorrow will be better, and what do you guys think?
I want to see the other one.
If they're going to randomly pick people like they did today too, then I'm probably going to kill somebody. Just warn you guys now.
Yeah.
I do not like being forced to do something I do not want.
Thorax. You see the clown quietly watching everyone go away, and his eyes turn to your party, and he gives sort of a cocky smirk as he turns and then heads towards the back rooms.
Playing a hunch, I'm gonna tap Divine Sense.
The entire tent and all the people leaving radiate with fiend.
Yeah,
Well,
because they're
that
tieflings.
that doesn't necessarily mean anything. This town has a very high tiefling population.
Yep.
The clown also radiates with the fiend.
Yep.
Was the clown a tiefling?
You couldn't tell under the makeup.
Yeah, probably.
You all are escorted out. Do you take the offered tickets?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to seem rude, so.
You know, it's okay to say no, dear.
Yeah.
You all head out and begin to head back to the room. As you do so, you find a letter on the counter. Not on the counter, on one of the bedside tables that reads, Hey, it's Elnath. I found a job and I'm working at it. I will meet up with you in the morning.
Well, at least he seems to be doing all right.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but that circus gave me the creeps.
Oh,
That's
indeed.
what circuses do, Ryu.
So Clara looks
Thing
at
is, this
Jezebel,
is-
she's like,
Yeah,
why
but-
were you so afraid of the rope and net?
If you only saw what I saw there, while I was up there, they had a very good illusion. It seemed almost real. I was sitting on the edge of a cliff with lava beneath me.
Huh.
When I tried to sit down and refused to go forward, all of a sudden the cliff just collapsed. She puts in quotation marks, which I'm pretty sure you probably saw something different, given the fact that when I sat down, I saw the same thing you did, but when they pulled me up there, I was in a whole other place.
That's taking for a circus. That's certainly taking the joke a little too far.
Indeed, especially on the fact that I, like I said, do not like being told or forced to do things that I do not want. But the strange thing is that it felt very real. I could feel the heat of the lava. So I guess I can understand that the first person's fear, that illusion was indeed quite real. Well, at least it felt very real.
As real as an illusion can be.
Take it from an LSA. Illusions can get very real.
You did not notice why I was sweating, dear. The heat sure did feel real enough.
So,
Sorry.
you all settle down and take and rest up for the night?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
The morning comes. You're all eating breakfast. Elnaith
Yep.
hasn't appeared.
Elnaith's not here.
Where'd he be?
If he's in trouble now, then this will be interesting.
Huh.
What do you say we go look for him?
Yeah.
Out of character, I have a hunch. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't. It's gonna be tough though. He didn't say exactly what kind of job he got.
True. Well, I guess better start looking.
Yeah.
So, is there anything anyone wants to do before we wrap this session up?
Not really.
Clara's gonna play music.
Okay. Then, with that, thank you all for tuning in and for watching. We will see you all next week. Bye bye!
Goodbye.
Goodbye.